What's up? The third eye Pete Long. What's up? Was people here from before or something? I saw these people shoot up in like 5 seconds. What's good? See? I told y'all I'm smart. I go do my Valentine's Day shopping days after when this stuff is 50% off. Let's go see what they got for me. I did a John Wick review. You gotta stay sharp. Go check the videos. Check the timelines. Valentine's Day stuff. Mark it down, baby. Mark it down. See, look at that. 50% off. This section only. I can get her some roses. Ooh, 50% is $10. That's $20. She don't deserve that. $7.99. That's too much money. She ain't deserve none of this. She told me to go F off last week, so all this stuff off too? 50% off?
Yeah.
You got any 75?
No. It goes 50 probably like the first week. He's probably about 75 till next week.
75 next week? Well, she might have to wait. Yeah, she might have to wait the next week. I don't want to spend something I got 50% off where I can get this 75% off. Oh, $4.99. There we go. And it got a puppy on it too. That's what's up. Happy Valentine's Day. See, this how you do it. You wait a couple of days after Valentine's Day. It's perfect.
It's true.
You just avoid them on Valentine's Day and say you gotta work. That's how you do it. Hey, $3.99. Okay. I could buy this, save that for next year. Baby, I'm telling you, I'm coming up. And it's 50% off the $4.99, right?
Right.
All right, we rolling. 50% off that. 50% off the $3.99. Hey, I'm ready to check out, baby. Got stuff for next year and this year. I can keep this in the freezer to next year. And the thing is, she gonna thank me for it.
Do you have a rewards card, sir, or phone number?
Hmm?
Do you have a rewards card?
Yeah, I do got a record card number. Might as well get points for this. What's good, Minneapolis? Yeah, 907, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got it right here. All right. $9 is all right with me. That then took care of this year and next year for $9. So that's how you do it. That's how you go in and out and take care of something, and now you ain't gotta worry about it no more. So this weekend when I see her, whoa, which will be on Friday and not Saturday, because Saturday is boxing. I'm not missing those fights for anything, and she knows that. She knows not to come in between my money. Now, let's talk Jay-Z for a minute. Jay-Z is very upset that this... There we go. That this Kanye West and this whole Drake thing, Jay-Z was not too happy about that at all. Jay-Z is thinking of pushing his album back because it's not a surprise no more. He got 12 songs that he got already. Boy Wonder got like about 6 or 7 of the tracks done already on Jay-Z's album. And everybody's like, Jay, put the album out. What you waiting for, Jay? He's not too confident because that song that y'all thought was so great with Beyonce didn't get the kind of response they thought they were gonna get because they dropped it right after the Grammys. Is he working with Kanye? Not that I've heard. I've not heard Jay working with Kanye. He's been working with Boy Wonder, DJ Khaled, and that basically been a couple of, I think, like 2 other producers, but it's been mostly Boy Wonder. He got like 12 songs with Jay in already. Yeah, I've been dealing with the Beehive too. They've been trying to sabotage my whole YouTube. I've been doing that for like 2 days, fighting with them. Well, everybody business is you know, when you know the producers, people in the studio, you know some of these people, you know everything that's going on. Believe me, they all talk about it. Boy Wonder is everybody's producer. He's not just Drake's producer. He don't have a contract where Drake from Boy Wonder is signed to OVO. Boy Wonder is his own thing. I told y'all, Suge turned this man into a Rubik's Cube. The guy went from being 6'1", Suge folded him up into a Rubik's Cube in a parking lot of some concert they was at with Bobby Brown. He was Bobby Brown's bodyguard at that time. This guy wanted to get at Bobby Brown. Big mistake. That was a huge mistake. You don't want to pay no executive to help you in this game, buddy. You best to go independent. Most people right now, they making so much money independently that they don't even need to go ahead and get an executive. Because when you get an executive, you're not making any money. Why you think record companies now are doing management deals? They're not really doing a record deal with people. The record deal is a part of it. The whole thing is in management, Rock Nation management. They're managing people. You listen to these songs that they got out now, they're not even mixed. Like you listen to like people mixtapes, and that's what's funny is that it's called mixtapes and they're not mixed. None of the songs. And for those who don't know what mixing is, when you mix a song, it's like balancing it out. You know, it's an actual process that you pay money for when you take the record and make sure the sound, everything is mixed down, it sounds correct. So when you don't do that, like most of these tapes, when they do the mixtapes now, they just put them out. They don't even mix the CDs down to where they sound properly. Some people do, because they're gonna sell. But other people don't. They don't even send it in for mixing. So they don't balance it out, like exactly, leveling and everything else. So they just throw it out, no mix, It's not mixed down or anything, so it's just out in the public. See, Tupac was smart. What he would do is when he made songs, they went out and that was it. He let the mixer, whatever, let them do what they gotta do. Tupac knew how he wanted to record the song. He's gonna do 2 versions of what he just did. He's gonna do it once and he's gonna double his voice. And that's every Tupac song is like that. He doubles his voice. You don't need an engineer really too much anymore. I mean, unless you're trying to get some real super professional stuff. If you listen to people like Snap Dogg and Black Youngster and, you know, Rico Reckless, you think they got a professional engineer? They don't have a professional engineer at all. Those guys are going straight off. You don't want no distribution deal by no major label? Do you? You do not want it at all. Most of these people that sign, you won't see a record or nothing come from them for a long time. Most of these people are signed for tax reasons. I mean, Black Youngster, now he probably has an engineer. But I'm talking about like the Rico Reckless type. They ain't got no engineers. This is the most deadliest area ever. They need a stop light, not a stop sign. People will get murdered like that. People do not know how to follow the rules of a stop sign. Yeah, it's supposed to come out or two. I don't know. Them Beehive people, whatever, they've been coming after me for 2 days. 2 days. YouTube account making I can't see the CD. I mean, not the CDs, but the videos and everything. So people's like, I can't even see the videos. I'm like, man, look, go back in there. I already wrote and talked to YouTube like twice yesterday. Yesterday was just the worst day ever when it came to the videos. I had like 5-6 videos up and people didn't even see them. Some of them didn't. You could send tanks to Chicago, but what good is that gonna do? I mean, if you're a hustler and you see tanks, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna go out there and hustle while the tanks is out there. You're gonna wait till the tanks is out of the way. And then when they leave, it's gonna go back to doing the same thing. Now you see, I'm finna address the Tyrese situation too. That's probably my next video you're gonna see pop up after this. Is the Tyrese talking about the New England Patriots shouldn't go to the White House. $716, what's up? You want another hood story? You couldn't handle another hood story. Oh, Memphis, Lee Street. Well, Memphis is something else. Tyrese versus Genuine. He probably got tired of Genuine hitting on him. They should just call that group the bisexuals. Because everybody in Atlanta is not from Atlanta. They from everywhere else. They mostly from Chicago, people from Mississippi, everybody from Alabama. They all go to Atlanta. Atlanta has a blooming, productive economy. People there have jobs, they got opportunity, they got businesses. New York and LA were the two biggest factions for the music industry. Atlanta grew into that. And then LaFace, they start opening up businesses there. And they said, man, we could run it right out of Atlanta. Everybody got their talent here and everybody working. So they start working. And once you got a whole bunch of blacks and everybody together working, pooling their money together and stuff, you have a situation where things start to change. All the hustlers and dealers, like, I got to go up there. I got to get work up there because that's where all the people at. Atlanta booming. So you got people bringing in work from Mississippi, Alabama, all the way across from the Bay, Oaktown. Oakland was in the house. They start bringing work to Atlanta. The next thing you know, the zones got all crazy. And it became a war zone in the zones. Zone 5, Zone 6. Justin Bieber would beat the mess out of The Weeknd. Beat the mess out of him. Oh, yeah. When you saw Atlanta get the Olympics in 96, Chicago was mad because they wanted the Olympics. So I remember that because we were in the run-ins for it and didn't get it for like 2 years. Scarface is one of the GOATs. Gunshots rain from a drop-top tray. In his chest and of a dead man never. It took this tragic death to bring the family together. So now we out to get the mother and his friends. Cause niggas in my family are all about revenge. It's all about respect, retaliation on the villain. The minute we spot that nigga, close your eyes cause I'ma kill him. Nobody said a word. Everybody grabbed their strap and headed for the property to peel these people caps and roll for an hour before we caught up with the Vic. Turning down my music, started clocking up my ship. Hydraulics full of juice, so my ship was riding high. Peeked to the side and licked a shot through the driver's side, swerving to the left. I figured he was hurt. Put my ship in neutral, dropped hydraulics in the dirt. That's face. I left my partner's house so we could get up with his dogs. Making sure that everybody head roll with this. Before we tossed the pistol, we wrapped and cleaned up all the fingerprints. People think the rap game changed my name. It's still the same. And the fact remains, I'm still that Negro. Face. Ronnie called me up, he need a key. I can't give it to him, he ain't got 30 G's. I keep it on the south side, selling for 33. I'm going 12 and now because the thing is hurting me. The dope is getting short up in New York too, because we sell it for 33, they sell it for 42. Now what we gotta do is come together. They try to cut things short, and they will if you let them. So let's go out on a boat. Yeah, pretend to be lawmen and come out with dope. Face, baby. That's vintage Scarface. Yo, I'm back. They tried to shut me down some type of way, but I am back. I tell you, the Beehive is something else, ain't they? I'm like, what in the world just went down? I've been trying to get back online for the longest. And I'm like, I can't leave my people out there. So for those who was online and waiting, I'm back. Do I feel Lloyd Banks have fell off? No, it's just that he's doing a lot of songs that, like, he's trying to do a little bit of these new guys style. And shoot, about 80% of these R&B artists are switch hitters. Whenever you have the mentality of a mouth is a mouth, man, a girl mouth, man, is strong, man. You know, a woman she can't do all that like a guy's mouth. Wow. So, yeah. Nasty R&B dudes. Well, you know, Marvelous Marvin Hagler is a guy I couldn't stand for the longest. Because he beat Thomas the Hitman Hearns. That's my favorite fighter. But you gotta respect him. Marvelous was vicious. And he won that fight against Sugar Ray. Oh, me and Roger Mayweather got in a fight. Like, not a fight, but an argument over it. You know, he was, man, go back. I got it at my house right now. We plug it in right now. I tell you what, that mother, you know, I don't want to cuss like Roger. Every 2 words of Roger, I put tape in right now. Didn't you just see it? Huh? Did you see the mother win a round? Huh? Ray Leonard won the first 5 rounds. Huh? Didn't he? Didn't you just see that? So he thinks Sugar Ray won easily. Jim Jones do anything? No. Yeah, I got that little dip right there. Jim Jones is a waste of space, and he's a tax write-off. That's all he was. If he does anything to prosper, to earn any of the money they paid him, then more power to him. But he's trying to figure out his next move, trying to start stuff again with French Montana. You know, he's trying to kick stuff back off with Cam and make that his connection. Manchester United still in 6th? Okay, see me in 2 weeks. Somebody else asked me a very interesting question about Adrian Broner. Yeah, we just did that on the radio show, the Rope-A-Dope radio show that went down. That was an amazing show. Yes, that protein shake was good. But Adrian Broner can't make 140 no more. He's not disciplined enough to make 140. You got to be disciplined. I knew they were going to make this fight a welterweight fight. It was just a matter of time. But they got like 4 other fights on there that is like all 50-50 fights. This Russian that's fighting on the card, he's basically got an Armenian name, but he's from Russia. His name is David, I want to say Asarian, but he whooped Shane Mosley bad. Even though Shane's like shot, he still beat the mess out of Shane Mosley. And he's finna fight Lamont Peterson on that same card. And he gonna whoop Lamont Peterson too. So I'm putting heavy money on that Russian. And then You got the Granados fight, but then you got Top Dog finna fight Marcus Brown, who should be called Brownie, because that's all he is a soft brownie. Marcus Brown is a big waste of money. He got a gift in that last fight he was in. Top Dog gonna knock him out the ropes, and he gonna be out there sitting next to Bernard Hopkins, knocked out the ring. So they gonna be sitting side by side, knocked out. You got knocked out the ring too? I got knocked out the ring, but I slipped. And then you got another situation. No, I don't dance. Well, you won't see me dancing. You'll see me dancing when I win some money. I'm headed to the poorhouse. I got to pay some big money today. Kanye ain't lose no man. This is just all attention grabbing situations because he might try to file a claim to get some money. Shout out. Are you kidding me? I interviewed Kell Brook before. Kell Brook gave me a shout out because we've actually been talking with each other. We actually follow each other on Twitter. We actually DM each other. I was the one that kept telling people Kell Brook's gonna be where he's at right now. Kell Brook is going to beat Errol Spence. Mark it down. It's going to happen. Happy birthday, Richard Williams. Well, Richard Williams was a genius because he had the great mind to say, my daughters are athletically talented. They just need to know the basic skills of how to play the game. At a young age, he was teaching them the game young. And by us being naturally athletic, we never really pursued it. Like, black women never pursued to play tennis. It was just unheard of. But if you train them to, they already have the physical capabilities to do so. And by using these aggressive methods, the Williams sisters were very powerful. These Russian girls had to start taking steroids to try to compete with the Russians to the Williams sisters. They're naturally strong. And the thing is that they actually had skills. They actually was, the father was smart enough to say, I taught them, what I know. Now it's time for them to go to the next level. So he took them to a tennis coach who taught them the basics because they were still rough around the edges, but they had to learn different skills so that they could hit the corners, and make these old forehand shots. But they know from their father all the techniques they use as far as muscle memory, being sharp. And that's why they're still in their 30s dominating the sport, breaking records, doing things that haven't been done in years. Now, back to Drake. Drake is working on More Life, and it's basically completed. And the whole project, the only holdup is some people think he wants to release it when Jay-Z drops his CD. And I don't think that's what he's waiting on. I think he's waiting on the right moment to do it, and then he's going to let it go. But Drake got like 3 CDs, mixtapes, or whatever you want to call them, completed already. He's got like 6 songs that he did with Gucci Mane. They were working on a mixtape. He did 6 songs with Gucci Mane. All the thing you heard was like both, and then it's another song they did. Oh yeah, Jay's been too old to take shots. I mean, it's like, dude, you a half a billionaire. What are you doing taking shots at people? Now I can see Stevie Wonder coming out taking shots at somebody that said something about him. Are you kidding? That's what I'm saying. He can't. It's all about, exactly, ego. And all these Jay-Z stands, they just can't get to the fact. And as you see, he ain't talking about dropping no album right now. They put it out there as like a buzz test. All you guys said that song was fire. Nobody's talking about it right now. You hear anybody talking about the song right now? Shining? That dropped on the Grammy night. Is anybody talking about Shining right now? Nope. It's not their style. That's what's wrong with it. The fact that it's not their style is it's what, let me see the right thing. It's like if Drake, Future, and some other rapper, any other rapper would have did the same song, it would have came out better. When it's not what you do and you trying to do what these young boys do, you look ridiculous. I don't see people talking about it no more. I don't see nobody talking about Shining. Shining was good for 1 day and a half. Nobody cares about Tory Lanez. I'm being honest. Nobody cares about that dude. Only thing he is the guy that says he's not dissing Drake, but then ends up dissing Drake and trying to sound like him. Nobody cares about Tory Lanez. Mr. Goes, Hesh. Of course. Because all the legends in hip-hop has had ghostwriters. The first hip-hop artists in the world had ghostwriters. So who made that rule up saying that you can't have a ghostwriter? Tory Lanez make good music. What am I talking about? Easy. Meek is always going to use recycled verses because he probably paid for them. So he's going to get all the use out of them that he can. You talk about somebody that's lazy with a pen. So who all the MCs here around that he stole stuff from and gave him the inspiration to write them down. You know, Dino Money. You know, you got Lil Rob. All these other artists that he has stolen from. Young Rome. These are all artists Meek Mill has stolen his creativity from. They songs, everything. And that's just a few. Oh, Joe Budden? Nobody thinking about Joe Budden. I mean, it was like kicking somebody that's on the ground, and I'm doing them more of a favor by saying their name. You look at Joe Budden now, he just looking at my videos and just doing everything I'm doing. Do you mean Undisputed, Brian? Because you talking about that guy that looked like, what's his name, Jeff Blake on Undisputed. I'm like, I've stopped watching really until they bring Skip and Shannon them back. I can't, this vacation, I'm going on vacation. I ain't trying to watch nothing they talking about. I thought that was Jeff Blake for 3 months. And they was like, no, that's Nick Wright. I'm like, that ain't Jeff Blake? The whole time I thought he was Jeff Blake. But, yeah, LeBron had a full, all-around good game yesterday. So, that's a good note for the Cleveland. Yeah, I'm sorry. This connection is poor. I'm in a bad connection spot. I don't know why is it like that, but it's like that. The connection here is very poor. All right, we're back again. I don't know why I keep shutting down, giving me the poor connection sign. Of course, he's corny throwing shots at Drake, but he's jealous of Drake because Drake has the highest selling tour of any hip-hop artist of all time. Drake is a guy Jay-Z can't get rid of. Jay can get rid of almost any MC in the game, but he can't get rid of Drake. Drake is here on his own energy. You see, the Grammys and all that stuff is set up. It's all politics. This is what Kanye was alluding to when he was talking about Beyonce getting an award and all that stuff. This is... No, instead of promoting J. Cole, you know what he's doing? Promoting himself. Now, why he not out here pushing Cole? J. Cole got a great album. Well, it's a decent album. It's got some great hits, like Folding Clothes. Should have a video out. He should have that bumping every 10 seconds on every radio. Should be getting spins like crazy. But we can't get spins on that because why? Jay got to look out for Jay. It's about J and B. J. Cole is out. I was listening to Big Sean's album. He has a lot of good songs on there. I believe the second or third song had one of the best hooks ever. I mean, best verses was like the second or third song. The opening verse was dope. Oh, I'm not going in. Yeah, that's too much. I ain't going into no history of Larry Hoover. Forget that. You can cancel that. Drake and Kanye, yeah, I think they're going to work together. I think they're going to defy Jay-Z and put some project together and find a way to work together, like do a tour or something. See, Kanye's probably trying to get some money and get his health back together before he go out there and do something else, because he's just probably mentally stressed. No, Drake pays people, buddy. He pays. Meek Mill steals. If you pay for something and walk out the store with it, it's yours. But when you don't pay nobody and you just steal it from people you don't even know, there you have it. You can go to Dino Money on Instagram or Twitter. Go look up them and ask them, did Meek Mill steal their song? Go ask Lil Rob, did Meek Mill steal their song? Go ask Young Rome, did Meek Mill steal their song? What did they do is they listen to these guys' mixtapes, all these young guys who creating a new sound, new style, new language, what everybody's saying. I am not regular. I am not regular. My girl is not regular. And people, I mean, that's how they talk. So when people hear that, and then they hear this guy that's come around trying to take their own words, and like Ghost was saying, and flip it on some bull before you even get to shine on your own. That's why Meek Mill is mad at me. Because I exposed that, what he was doing. Once I started exposing what he was doing, that's when he got really upset and was trying to shut my page down. I almost had her. Well, here's the thing. If Jay-Z come out with a new album, Jay-Z never had an album that sold more than 4 million copies except for Hard Knock Life 2. The most Jay-Z's records was selling was like 1.7, doing 2 mil. Volume 2 and Volume 3 was his 2 highest selling albums. The rest, they had to put money behind the project in order for it to go. Like, they spent about $15 million in marketing money for that Kingdom Come album, and that one sold about 2 million records, like 1.5 million records. And people like, oh man, they made a lot of money, but look, you spent $15 million to market that album. You know, Nas' album, you spent less than $1 million on Nas to market his album, and he did about the same numbers as Jay-Z. So you look at what you gain and what you lose. It's not always about records sold. It's about how much you spent to make the record and promote the record. You start off 20 million in the hole, you got a large gap to make up. See, I get y'all guys. I figured out what y'all think hate is. Hate is anybody that don't agree with what y'all believe. If you believe something and I say, well, I don't think so, man, why you a hater? The Black album sold 4 million. I think it did. I think eventually it did get up to 4 million. You're right. So the Black album is his third one. Every other album he had just did like 1 million, almost 2 million. Came out with that idea and told Jay-Z about it. Jay-Z ended up using it. Biggie said it in an interview. And Jay-Z actually stole the idea from him. Yeah, that's what all these new guys call hating. You can't have an opinion. Everybody is robots now. So if you don't agree with the opinion of the other person, they're a hater. So under the new young millennial definition of hater, I am it. So I guess I am. You fact checking me? How you gonna fact check me? If you thought Blueprint 3 was whack, you shouldn't even listen to Blueprint 2. He changed the direction of the album. Jay-Z changed the direction of the album because he really wasn't vibing with the idea of dealing with a lot of people. He wanted to make this like his final album. He was going out and he was thinking of retiring, and this was it. So he wanted to have 2 songs with every producer. Did somebody say Blueprint 2 had 10 good songs? If you could find 10 good songs on Blueprint 2, I can't think of 10. Because I think on the first CD, first disc, I got Hobie Baby, and I got probably one other song. And other than that, I can't even deal. Yep. Yeah, the bounce. Yep, doing too much. They had just got that big money check. They got like a $125 million check that they had to split 3 ways, and everybody went crazy. I'm so far ahead of my time, I got to start my second life. I'm about to pass you twice. Back to the future, gotta slow up for the present. I'm fast. Niggas can't get past my past. How they propose, deal with my perfect presence. When I left the gift and the curse in one session, ain't no living person can test them. Only few resting in heaven can be mentioned in the same breath as him. Some straight, some critics might not admit it, but the naughty and rap did it quite like I did it. If you did it, I did it before. You get it, I had it, got mad at it and don't want it no more. And that goes for everything from flipping that roll, flipping holes, flipping vocal cords, to get it twisted, get it right. Did it better, did it different, did it nice, did the impossible, then did it twice. Get it right. It's Hovey, baby. Hovey's home, the global phone. The world is back in order. The #1 rap recorder is back. Man, he flipped 3 verses. He was killing it. Killing it. Now, see, that's Jay-Z. You know, I like when Jay is being Jay. Blueprint 2 had too many songs. They got caught into the double CD phase. You know, every 2 they counts as 2. So every 1 album sold is going to count for 2. But you had too many songs. So what they did is they re-released the album Blueprint 1 and just made a 1 disc. And they took like the songs that was hot, the Blaze and the Blazettes. No, but the Beehive got mad at me, and it wasn't even my fault. I'm going to tell you why the Beehive tried to shut down my YouTube account. And they got it all screwed up right now. They doing a good job of keeping it all screwed up. Yes, I have Sprint, and where I'm at, they don't like Sprint out here. I live in the sticks. I live where Michael Jordan used to live. I'm in that area when he was out here. So all out here is like where the Bulls, Blackhawks, Bears players, they all live out here in these sticks. And the connection is always going to be kind of bad. Yes, there's a lot of trees. That's why I said if anybody was looking to come get me, they'd be so lost they'll turn around and go back home. They'd be like, I don't know where I'm at. Let's go back home. They coming after me because my boy who do the videos with me, and the Real Brother videos. Every time we do the Brother videos, he went in on Beyonce. And he was just like, she's overrated. And he was like, man, I give her credit on them stage performances, but come on, man, them songs suck. She ain't making no good songs. She might have 1 or 2 good songs. She ain't got no classic albums or no songs like Alicia Keys or Janet Jackson. Once he said that, it was on. What's up, Norridge? How did Master P start the double CD? I don't remember Master P having a double CD out before Tupac. Troy, we're not talking about singing. We're talking about actual records. I mean, Chris Brown can sing better than Drake, but who you think make better records? They can say what they want about Drake. Drake don't have the albums that everybody's listening to. And they they good records. I can't knock them. I'm like, man, this is a good song. I mean, you look at Views. Views was almost a double CD. It had way too many songs. I'm out because I had a lot of business to take care of. Once this video's over and you get to watch it back, you'll see exactly what I was doing in the beginning. Nick Wright is Jeff Blake's twin brother. They are separated at birth. But LeBron played a very good game yesterday, and Paul George is one of the worst inconsistent basketball players I've ever seen in my life. He's really a problem for Indiana. They need to try to move him. Oh yeah, they got whoever those little tech guys they got working for the Beehive, they will interrupt and mess up your entire thing. I mean, yes, I didn't try to be a rapper. The guy said that I used to rap. No, I write rhymes. I could write to your style. Whatever style you're using, whatever you want it to sound like, I could do it. Oh, yeah. We should talk about some movies. Because I just did it, the last one. But here's a movie that's coming out right now. The Steven Spielberg movie. This was the casting notice we had. Now look, he got a movie with they're searching for Eduardo in the film, right? And I told you, they got a black man helping them cast for this film. And they want the person to be Italian or Jewish. The place is at the Jewish Center where they did the actual event. Of course I seen Split. I do movie reviews on my channel. What's up, Bruce? Oh, you know I'm going to see Get Out. You know what Get Out is really about? It's about a black man that's going to the suburbs to meet the family of his white girlfriend, and he finding out that all the black people that go out there end up missing. Or he found out they're not missing, they still out there, they just, like, something weird has happened to them. So it's funny that all the black people ended up looking weird. I was like, this is a funny concept. And there's something wrong with these white folks, and they hypnotizing these black people when they come out there and turning them into different people. So, yeah, the trailer they show on television is not the same trailer they show in the movies. Yes, Tony Kukoc was very underrated. I can name 50 groups that was a rip off of New Edition. New Edition and 50,000 other ones was a rip off of the Jackson 5. Downtown swinging. My movie trailer for John Wick 2 is in my timeline. That's why I say make sure y'all hit the notifications, because it's definitely there. I've done movie reviews on all of them. All the movies out. Top 10 movies of all time? Oh, man. That's almost impossible for me to do. I know The Last Dragon is in there. Aviator. Casablanca's up there. You know, Casablanca, It Happened One Night. I watch all the movies, like all films. It's so many right now, I'll end up skipping one. So it's hard to really put them in there, because there's some movies that's great, but you don't really watch them no more. Like, you watch them like one time. No, I'm not Kale's manager. That's what Kale had went wrong with. If I was his manager, he'd have been all right. He's all right now, but his mom was his manager for a long period of his career. Then his first wife became his manager, and then, you know, things happen. Woo! It's brisk out here, but I'm up for it. I don't have no beef with Royce the 5'9". I told you, Royce the 5'9" used to act all uppity and talk down to everybody. You know what I mean? He didn't really have nothing going on, but his nose used to be in the air. But we're talking like 20. Thank you. We're talking like, we're talking like 20, 30, not 30, but like stuff that's almost 20 years ago. So I'm telling you what had happened back then. I'm quite sure he's not that way anymore. Casablanca is always one of the movies. If you ain't seen it, everybody has been that character. But Royce had mistreated some dudes that was there with us. That rappers from Chicago that came up there and that was probably better than him. But as a rapper, I don't like him because he's whack. I mean, it's not like he don't have good lines. They don't go with the beat. I mean, he'll be on beat, he go right off of it, he comes back on, like, he don't even catch it right. And that's why I'm like, dude, this is not good. And the outsiders, they, you know, I listen to Pace One. They follow me, we talk on Twitter all the time. Go at Pace One from the outsiders. Ask him about Royce the 5'9" and what they called him. You got Raw Digger, okay, Young Z, Pace One, Eminem, the outsiders, and here comes Royce the 5'9". Royce the 5'9". And they, you know what they call him, right? Royce the 5 lines, because he only got one. They only got one. He got 5 lines and then he's done. That's about all you're gonna get out of him. 5 good lines. So he's Royce the 5 lines. Of course he is. That's Swifty McVeigh. Canava, D12, all of them was better than Royce. Royce don't deserve to be up in there. He don't deserve to be in the same category of mention. No, I'm not in Philly. But it feel like I'm at the corner bodega, don't it? Slaughterhouse is a collection of battle rappers. They're not song makers. That's why the songs they make suck.
No, the bottom 2 cell. This and second cell.
See this? This is the cover of the paper. 2-year-old shot. Look at that. 2 11-year-old girls. Think that's not finna spark some controversy? You got 51 dead in 1 month. Over 500 shootings. That's what's up. I don't really know nothing too much about Hopsin or whatever, the Hopsin or whatever. I heard of something. Like, I'm not really into him as far as like listening to his music. I heard 1 or maybe 2 songs. Slaughterhouse they can't make songs. All they can do is battle rap. If there's a cipher or something, they can come right off and do that. Prince Easy is the best rapper in Chicago. Hands down. Montana 300. He got bars. Thanks, Grimy Ghost. Hey, Razor Ramon with Chico. Hey. It went by too fast. I can't shout your channel out. I don't know what happened to Marcino. I haven't seen Marcino in about 20 years. My favorite rapper of all time, it's up there with Nas and LL Cool J. Grew up on that Cool J. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy LL Cool J. Aww. I listen to Ugly God a little bit, but nothing too serious. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a video about Big Daddy Kane real soon, about a battle y'all didn't even know he was in. So now, how you gonna talk about LL's trash? LL will tear you up in the butt. Rule number 1: you don't battle LL Cool J. That's what you don't do. Deep as blue as my head is like a shark's fin. You can't hold me. Get off me. No rapper will have a longer career than LL and be that great at it. I don't know about that, homie. Cannabis tried to, but LL came back and bit him. Jay having a longer career because he's politically tied, but he's not out there putting out albums like Jay was. I mean, LL was throwing fire. I hated Cheesy Rap Blues, John. Everybody loved that song but me. That was the only song on the Mama Said Knock You Out album I couldn't get with. I hated Cheesy Rap. But the beat ended up being cold. Somebody else took that beat and flipped it. The original track for that Cheesy Rap Blues, when it is hard. That somebody took that and they had they got down with it. Grimy Ghost. LL was not afraid to take shots at his own self. He was always a trendsetter. Trendsetter, I'm better. My rhymes are good. I got a gourmet plate to say I wish you would. Ever since I Need Love, you know, everybody came out with love songs trying to follow up LL. And all of them was sappy and sorry, except for Rakim's Mahogany. Over me, she was going crazy. She said she helped my kids and used to take me. She said she helped my kid and hurt me make my next cheek. Tell me I ain't finesse mahogany. Of course, I watched the Prince Nazim. Oh my God, all praise due to Allah. Cause it gives me the power. I can take anything on the chin. As long as he's looking down and looking out for me, you know I'm gonna be undefeated, right? Damn, I'm looking good. That's the Prince Nazim. Banks is one of the best punchline rappers. Him and Cassidy, I think they got that on lock. I don't think him, Papoose, Lloyd Banks, Cassidy has got to be the top 3 punchline rappers. Fab got it, but then you got to look at Mace. Fab flow is Mace flow. So Mace would be in that top 5 category too, because Big L, you got Big L, Papoose, Mace, Lloyd Banks, and Cassidy. That's your top 5. Everybody was getting paid off the Mace flow. Wayne is the most influential rapper of all time. There have been no rapper more influential over people. Jay-Z would think it's him. He was close. Lil Wayne is the most influential rapper ever. Ever. There's no more influential rapper than Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has come through, taking over the entire rap game since 2000, I want to say 2008 or 9, maybe even 2007, and changed the entire rap world. Everybody since 2007 are trying to be Lil Waynes. They all Lil Waynes. Everybody looking like the Predator, wearing these spandex pants, looking like a rocker with these little old shoes on, with skateboards, and they think they created this style. Got all these tats on their face, sipping syrup, walking around with cups, and they think they being original. And I'm like, y'all all Lil Waynes. Y'all a bunch of Lil Waynes. So in this day and age, he was the most influential. Tupac, the reason why I don't say Tupac in this category is because Tupac unfortunately didn't live long enough. When everybody wanted to be like Pac, that thing started from 95 to 96. He died in 96. You see? Lil Wayne has had this run for like 10 years. 10-year run. With all these rappers out now, they're all Lil Waynes. These are Lil Wayne kids that's running around. Young Thug. All these guys. They came up under Lil Wayne. Most of these rappers don't even know who Tupac. They really don't even know Tupac. That's why they be saying something stupid like, oh man, I heard Tupac such and such better than him. It's like, what? Like, do you know you would get beat for even saying something like that? I agree with you, Lomo.
Done?
Yep. Where's that, give me some of them 16s.
How much?
Give me like 3 of them. Weigh it all up. $7.19. All right, I got you. I think I can afford it. Do you think Floyd will lose that fight?
$15.
Why you didn't add it to
This
the...
is only cash. Lottery
Oh,
only
y'all
cash.
ain't caught on to that yet?
No, only cash.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why.
All the other places you can do pay debit.
But here's are only cash.
Ain't
See
that so?
here, lottery and lotto only cash.
Yeah, y'all got to get with the times. Everybody else is debit now.
What?
Every other store. Down the street, everywhere.
I know, but is a 7-Eleven law.
Good thing I had some cash on me today.
I change.
All right. Cash Money update. They're still in business. They're still in court. The reason why you haven't seen any movement from Cash Money because they're not, by the judge's ruling, while this lawsuit is going on, they can't have any, music and stuff going out right now. So they really sitting back. They can't put out nothing. They can't do anything. That's why when they sign people like ARAB, they like, hey man, what's going on with the money? What's going on with this? They're in that major lawsuit with Lil Wayne. They gotta explain a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? up.
Just start acknowledging the pictures we've been painting.
Oh. Now, I don't like push start. I like to have a key. I don't need the push button start. Sticks. Oh, I'm doing another movie review. Because I saw a movie, you know, he had a special preview for that movie with The Great Wall with not Mark Wahlberg, but the other guy, Matt Damon. Matt Damon, and he's playing this guy, and what they're doing is he's like a scumbag who wants to actually clear his conscience and actually do something good for once in his life. And he sees what's going on over here. He's like, hey, you know, I'm a hired, you know, gun, basically. And he find out they got these little green monsters running around. He's like, whoa, man, this is what's going on over here. This war is gonna give me purpose. My life could actually mean something. So here's a movie called The Great Wall of China, where the story is about this two white men fighting for the love of this Chinese girl. And I'm like, well, my goodness, they making this all about white people again. A movie should be about China and all these white people in here. They the main focus. My goodness. So it's up to Matt Damon to save China. Matt Damon was the Martian. Now he's the Chinaman fighting these green little monsters that's climbing the Great Wall of China. I mean, the beginning was good. The middle was there. The ending was, thank God, let's get out of here. We'll forget this movie ever existed. There's a reason this movie coming out in February. Y'all want to see where I'm finna move to? Oh, you don't want to see? Boston. No, I was thinking more Detroit, moving to Detroit, moving to Philly, Florida, or like near Orlando or San Diego. I'm gonna show you the house I want to move to. Miami, no, I can't live in no Miami. That's too much exposure. I'm gonna show you the house I want to live in. It's coming right up. If this guy sells this house, I'm buying it. Here it is, right there. Bam! Look at that. You see that? One road leading to one house. There is no neighbors. Nothing. With that one house. One way in, one way out. That's me. I will buy that house in a minute. Who would not want that house? Oh no, it ain't no easy robbery. One way in, one way out. You gotta know where you going out there. No way. I ain't got no neighbors, nothing. Oh, I like isolation. I don't like people just popping up in my house. So I got a buddy like that. He got too much traffic. He don't even be home. It'd be like 10 people in there drinking up all his food. Then he got mad because his girl gone. I'm like, dog, you got all these people over here all the time. And then you be like, man, my girl be entertaining all them people. I don't know them. Then he get mad because he talking about, she was like, can you take the kids to the library? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to take them to the library. She's like, not library. Why are you always trying to show out in front of people and gonna push her in her face? I'm like, you always doing something violent, kicking and wrestling with her. I'm like, pretty soon she gonna say, forget that. We all in his crib. Let's move all this stuff out. She got enough people over there. Yeah, Donald Trump giving that girl a job is retarded. Like, he gave Linda McMahon a job. She's a billionaire's wife. What does she know about being in charge of small business owners? That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Linda McMahon? Of course we listen to Do or Die. Yep, Vince's wife. Now he said Philly would eat me alive. I would do just fine in Philly. I'm like, I'm from Chicago. How would Philly eat me alive? That just doesn't make sense. Well, they all billionaires. Why are you gonna put the billionaires in charge? Oh, they're his buddies. That's why. Remember when he cut Vince McMahon's hair off on WrestleMania? Keith Buck, what's up? Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. It wasn't like what you thought. It was more like Bret was upset with Vince because of his friendship with the Heartbreak Kid. See, Shawn Michaels is the only wrestler that didn't leave. He never left Vince McMahon. He stayed. When everybody else left, Diesel and all them, they all went to WCW. Shawn Michaels stayed. And he was putting on shows every night for Vince. Vegan Steven. I love that name.
Text from Sean, boxing socialist. Hey Cat, when you get a chance, can you shoot me that $60 through PayPal? Thanks.
See, I'm always paying. I gotta send somebody $60. And you could have just told me that on the phone when I talked to you, buddy. You know I got you. Well, the refs realize, like what we already know. When you ref a game, you look for one or two things. Who is the main player that's making the game go? If you want to make the game close, you got to disturb Draymond. When you have a team that's explosive, like Golden State, they got like 4 guys that are like the top. That you take one guy out, like if they lose Clay, they can still win. If they lost Kevin Durant, they can still win. They lost Steph for a game, they can still win. You take Draymond Green out of the game, it's a whole nother ball game. It's a much harder game for Golden State. Draymond does so many things on the court. It is just a whole different reality. KD is a mama's boy. He's not made up like Westbrook. Westbrook know it. They two different type of players, but Kevin Durant can play ball. And what y'all don't give Kevin Durant, y'all just look at him as a scorer. Kevin Durant actually guards, play defense, gets rebounds, blocks shots. So in the fourth quarter, he's normally tired from doing all this work, and they rely so much on him to get points, he ain't got too much more to give. And that's when his shot is off. In Golden State, he don't have that problem, really. I hate Arsenal. That's all I can tell you. So, yes, I hope they take the Arsenal's head off. I mean, how would you put it on paper? I mean, I flip a coin with that decision every day, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. The only reason I would give Kobe the edge is because Kobe played with lesser players. Kobe was scoring more from behind the arc. I mean, when a person is shooting 3-pointers and having almost the same average as somebody who's not shooting threes. Like, Michael would take threes. It wasn't like he was a bad shooter. But did Kobe have a fadeaway game like Michael Jordan? Absolutely. Did Kobe had the 18 inside shots like Mike? Yep. Did he have the shots from the wing? Yep. He had everything Mike shot. He shot even better from the elbows. But Michael Jordan did not have a deep game for 3-pointers. That's why when he hit those threes against Portland, that was the first time ever he had lifted weights and hit his max weight, and then he started shooting threes. Other than that, Michael Jordan normally didn't shoot threes. He was in the 3-point contest one time in his career because he qualified, and he had 5 points in the 3-point shootout. Because Michael he's not a natural 3-point shooter at all. Michael Jordan did not make the Bulls better. That's a misunderstanding. Michael Jordan is just a devastating force who does not want to lose. So either you're gonna play and get better, or you're not, or you're gonna be gone. Michael Jordan, you think the triangle and Phil Jackson and all that crap won games? Nope, it was Michael Jordan. Jordan won those games, and yeah, Paxson, he kicked the ball out to Paxson. It's like, you better make this shot, because believe me, if those shots went off and didn't go in, Michael Jordan would have punched somebody's lights out. And I'm tired of these people saying like, man, but look, Paxson